After last night's loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Dallas Mavericks are currently 20-15 and have slipped down to the 6th seed in the Western Conference. And after last night's game, Quentin Grimes as well as Jason Kidd gave us some insight on what's been going on with the Dallas Mavericks, as a mysterious illness has been affecting the locker room ever since last November, getting both players and staff sick to the point where meetings have been cut short and even practices have been canceled. So in this video, we're going to take a look at what was it that Jason Kidd and Quentin Grimes had to say about this mysterious illness. What does this mean for the team in the short term as well as the long term? But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 16,414 subscribers, getting very, very close to 17K. But if you're enjoying everything that we're doing here at Mavs Digest with our watch-alongs, our live streams, our news vids, and our giveaways, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But last November, as we all know, the Dallas Mavericks had a game against the Miami Heat where Jimmy Butler was listed as questionable due to an illness, but at the last second was available to play. And ever since that game, the Dallas Mavericks have been dealing with sickness after sickness after sickness, as 7 total players have missed games due to an illness. And we don't necessarily know exactly what this illness is, if it's just a cough or a flu or whatever it is really. But we do know that Najee Marshall was dealing with an upper respiratory infection, and he himself had to miss several games. But we then later found out that his illness is very different from whatever it is that everybody else has been dealing with. And then yesterday, before the game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, a reporter asked Jason Kidd this. They asked Jason Kidd on what his New Year's resolution is for the Dallas Mavericks, citing health. And of course, we want the Dallas Mavericks to be healthy. We know this team, as currently constructed, if everybody is available, we are a very deadly team. Not many games have been blowouts, although as of recent memory, some games have been. But we do know that if the team has been fully healthy, if the team hasn't been dealing with this many illnesses, we would have had a much better record. But unfortunately, Jason Kidd's New Year's resolution for health didn't really come to fruition, as we did find out yesterday before the game that Kyrie Irving was listed out with an illness before the game, which did result in us losing. We only lost by about 12 points, which if Kyrie Irving did play, maybe we could have won. But the bad news does not stop there, as Jason Kidd did tell us that he said we'll see when asked about when Kyrie Irving will return from being ill. So that kind of just tells us right there that Jason Kidd doesn't think that Kyrie Irving is dealing with just a cough or just the sniffles. That whatever it is that Kyrie Irving has is exactly what something that either Najee Marshall or the rest of the team had, and we may see Kyrie Irving out for significant time, which definitely sucks, as a lot of people know that Kyrie Irving has been having somewhat of an all-star season so far. And if we take a look at his stats already, for this season, he's averaging 24.3 points, 4.6 rebounds, 4.9 assists, 0.4 blocks, 1.2 steals, 2.3 turnovers, and 2.2 fouls per game, shooting 49% from the field and 44% from 3. Kyrie Irving has definitely been a bright spot on this Dallas Mavericks team, even before we were dealing with illnesses. We were dealing with injuries, especially with Luka Doncic, who has missed significant time this season, who probably won't qualify for any season awards. Kyrie Irving has been that bright spot to carry this team. We've won more games than we've lost prior to his absence, as now it looks like we're definitely going to lose more games than not, with Kyrie and Luka Doncic both being out. We do know that Luka Doncic should return early February. They're saying that February 2nd is the timetable for Luka Doncic to return, or at least be reevaluated from his injury. We do know Dante Exum should be back around January 20th, but knowing that Kyrie Irving's illness is a little bit more serious, and he's not like he's going to just have to rest for a few days and come back, that he may have to miss significant time, shows that whatever is going on in the Dallas locker room isn't just some small common cold. It could be something even more serious. If we take a look right here, Quentin Grimes detailed the illness that has been passed around the Mavs locker room, saying, "I couldn't even get out of bed. It ran through the whole team. I think J. Kidd and them got it. We haven't been practicing as much because you don't want to pass that around. I ain't even seeing nothing like it. Even in high school, college, everybody getting sick." Grimes said for him, it was a stomach bug, and he couldn't hold anything down and couldn't move, while also having cold sweats. This illness being passed around the Mavs locker room is no joke, and this is crazy. We all know that a few years ago, when the whole world was on lockdown, COVID was going around, that the Dallas Mavericks, as well as many other teams, had to deal with illnesses due to COVID, due to everybody getting sick, due to all those restrictions. But this feels a little bit different. Not saying that it's the same thing, but this could be even worse. We have now a total of 7 players who have missed games due to illnesses. We have the 6th hardest schedule to finish out the rest of the season. For January, we have have the 9th toughest schedule. This team may slip out of the playoffs, may slip out of even the play-in situation if we can't find a way to at least win some of these tougher games. And this is no knock on the team. We know what we are when we're fully healthy. This team can definitely be a threat in the West, in the league as a whole. But we can't be that threat if we don't have guys available, and it's no fault to their own that they're getting sick. Luka Doncic, his weird calf strain, Dante Exum with his wrist injury in his recovery, that's just something that comes with the game. Injuries happen in basketball. But for a team to be dealt a blow with this type of illness is just unheard of and unseen, and that could potentially be the downfall of the Dallas Mavericks. I have a lot of faith in this team. I've seen a lot of these guys step up. Quentin Grimes in the last 2 games has been absolutely balling. But no matter how many games Quentin Grimes plays well, no matter how many games that Daniel Gafford or PJ play well, it's not going to matter if the team isn't fully healthy. A lot of you guys in the comment section have said how it doesn't matter what happens now as long as we make the playoffs and we're healthy. But if we don't win games, if we don't find some kind of winning streak, the Dallas Mavericks may not even see the playoffs. We're currently on a 4-game losing streak. We do play the Memphis Grizzlies on Monday. We will have Najee Marshall back, but we still won't have Luka Doncic. We may not even have Kyrie Irving back. I'm not too sure if that's enough, but you got to keep hope alive. Hope that these guys do get healthy and come back. But another thing that we definitely want to take a look at right here is that Kid breaks silence on lingering issue that's plagued the Mavericks for months. So getting a little bit more insight of what's been going on with the Dallas Mavericks locker room, Kid opens up about locker room illness that's affecting the Mavs. Kid says that he has never seen an illness this serious be passed around outside of the COVID-19 days, and emphasized how important doing the little things as such as making sure to wash their hands and take vitamins. It's tough, Kid said. It's in the locker room. Some of the coaches are dealing with it too. So that shows you how serious it is. This isn't just a common cold. This isn't just the sniffles. They have these guys just doing all those COVID-19 protocols, having to wash your hands. Probably next step is to wear masks and even social distancing, even though I don't think it's that serious, or at least maybe it's not getting that serious. It could be. Who knows? But it's good to know that Jason Kidd and the coaching staff are trying to do all the little things to make sure this doesn't get out of hand. And just continuing with the article, he says, now knowing that even the coaching staff is dealing with this illness, it's clear that the Mavs have a real problem on their hands. This illness has plagued the locker room for a significant time now, and even with the prevention tactics the Mavs are using, such as fewer meetings and shorter time spent in these meetings, the illness is still being passed around the team and coaching staff. The Dallas Mavericks just can't catch a break with this mysterious illness that's going on. Quentin Grimes had a stomach bug. Najee Marshall had an upper respiratory infection. That, coupled with the suspensions of PJ Washington and Najee Marshall, that with the injuries to Dante Exum as well as Luka Doncic, the rest of January is going to be very, very tough. We're on a 4-game losing streak. The game on Monday against Memphis may make it a 5-game losing streak. I don't hope so. I hope we can find a win somewhere in the upcoming months. We have multiple back-to-back games. We have back-to-back games against the Denver Nuggets, against the Los Angeles Lakers. We also see the Boston Celtics for the first time this month, which should be a test for the Dallas Mavericks if they're fully healthy, but I don't think we'll be fully healthy. I think that's probably going to be a loss for the team. Things are going to look very, very ugly, very, very fast. But I want to reiterate that this isn't a knock on the Dallas Mavericks. This team is a very good team when fully healthy. The problem hasn't been lack of personnel. The problem hasn't been players playing bad. The problem is health, and no matter how many precautions you take, no matter what little things that they've been trying to do, they just can't seem to catch a break. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that things will get better, we'll turn a corner, and maybe start winning some games, guys are healthy? Or do you think this is just going to keep happening? We're going to fall out of the playoffs, fall out of the play-in, and that's just wraps for us. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all we got for you guys today. Thanks for making this far to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on this channel. The only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But till next time, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.